Hello, beloved. I thank you so much for your time and I thank you for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. This will be your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time. To those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings for $50 per month. You get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. Without further ado, let us tap in and find out why were you spiritually led here? What is here for you, beloved? Why did you resonate with the title? And why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let us tap in and talk to God, okay? So the clairaudience message that is coming through, I'm hearing the word galactic, okay? So meaning that, I am tapped into someone's energy. I'm speaking to someone's energy here or about someone's energy, that this person, which is you, right, that is tapped in. I feel like you're somebody that is very much highly ranked spiritually, and you are God's child, all right? There is a lot of favor and there is a lot of glory and blessings hovering over your life, okay? You being galactic here, I feel like you are able to transmute negativity to positivity. You are able to alchemize energy. You are able to transfer and return energy to where it comes from. Like, you are somebody that is truly tapped in a very high vibrational and serious way within the spirit here. Like, you are able to put people in their place spiritually. You are able to align yourself with any dimension or paradigm or reality. Like, you can tap in and out of worlds type of energy here. You can alchemize energy to work in your favor. You can transmute energy to work in your favor. You are somebody very powerful. Like, this is like a serious amount of power that I'm channeling from someone here, from you, beloved. And this power is the type of power that is sealed. No one has access except you and your ancestors, right? Your spirit guides. And God wanted it that way. God wanted your power to always remain sealed. Okay? Let's tap in here further to the message. Oh, okay, I'm being called to leave it there for now and tap into this energy. We have the Ace of Swords, interesting, with the Ten of Wands. So what I'm seeing here, what I'm channeling, right? You are able to, it's like you are an intergalactic human being where you are able to exist in different forms. The things that people will never be able to do in their lifetime, you do them naturally, or you naturally embody those gifts, or you are in alignment with your purpose. So that's why it is easy for you to embody this galactic energy. You are going on a path of self-mastery, self-discovery by learning this galactic energy you carry, learning how to harness your intergalactic self. You know, when you're intergalactic, it's not easy to exist amongst other people. It's not easy to exist in general, you know, when you hear thoughts or you can tell what someone is thinking in general, or you feel things that no one else understands, or you see things in a way that no one else can ever understand, or you walk in an energy that is misunderstood because it's so, you know, outer worldly, almost like inhumane, where the human average person will not be able to get you or understand who you are. It's just all like a confusing mess for them whenever they encounter you. But I see here that you've been crowned and you've been established in the spirit realm. The spiritual higher ups know you by name. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have double Sagittarius energy. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. We have double Gemini energy as well as triple Sagittarius. No, with the Temperance, we have 4 Sagittarius placements here. Quadruple that energy, that Sagittarian energy. We have the Identity card. It's like you are able to open up portals, doors, because you hold the key, or you are the gateway to that next dimension, next reality, next paradigm. You play in the 5D, you play in the spirit realm. That's your league, or that's your dimension, your paradigm, your reality. Like, but because you exist already so highly ranked in the spiritual realm, when that energy is brought back and it manifests itself in your reality, you tend to freak people out, or you tend to intimidate a lot of people, or you tend to bring out a lot of insecurities amongst people, you know, without intending to do that. It's not a deliberate act. It's just the energy you stand in and your intergalactic self, because it radiates all around you, and everybody connected to you indirectly or directly, they can see it, feel it, and it brings out all types of things within them. It's hard to be around someone that is galactic or an intergalactic human being. You have to be of certain high vibration, or you have to be tapped in life in a certain way to be able to cope with being in an energy of a person like you. And I feel like, you know, you might have had a life where it was hard to maintain friendships. It was hard to be around people in general without feeling like a pariah, an outcast, right? Without being looked at in a certain way. It was hard for you to just be without someone feeling intimidated, threatened, insecure, whether they know you or not. Like, you just have that effect here. That's what I'm seeing. Always had it. Always. You just now in a point in time where it's evolved. That same energy, that intergalactic self, that galactic energy, it's evolving and it's being harnessed in a different manner, because you are in a different paradigm than you once were, a different reality than you once were, a different dimension than you once were. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have Virgo energy, we have the High Priestess, we have Pisces energy here, and then we have the Four of Wands. It's like, even if somebody were to have a problem with you, they would never be able to directly face up confess about it, or it will be something that they just do behind the scenes, you know, to prove a point. But you are never somebody that people can step to or confront, no matter what their problem is. Like, they will have to live with it and die with it. It's like, you know how in life, like, people just be stepping on each other's toes and like, yeah, what you gonna do about it? Or in life, like, people don't have respect for one another no more. People just be looking down on everyone. But with you here, I feel like you make people think twice. The very same people that stand in that energy, they be thinking twice before approaching you with that mess. It's like you are so tapped in that, like, there's no more hiding it. Like, God doesn't want you to be a chameleon anymore and blend in and fit in. Nah, that's never been your destiny. Confirmation, that's never been your destiny. You were never meant to be on that. But because of the path of life that you were on, it might have seemed like being an outcast was a curse, or being seen as this different person was just weighing down as a burden. But in reality, the truth of that was like, you were just on a path of self-mastery, self-acceptance, and you had to discover who you are first through your experiences. And now that you are at a point where you've already alchemized and transmuted so much energy, you are gifted in your purpose. You are gifted in your identity. And it shows. Like, everybody knows that you are somebody that is outerworldly. You're different here. You are unique. You stand out differently. It's a gift on its own to stand out differently in a world that's full of the same this, the same that. Everything is the same. Everything and everyone. So the energy that you stand in, it being different, like, you are a new portal, a new dimension, a new reality for everyone else, because they're used to the same things or being the same way. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. You have really powerful energy, beloved. You have really big energy here. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Strength. And we have the Five of Swords. It's like, even the enemies, even the people with the deadliest, deepest grudges or desires to destroy anything of you, it's a fantasy that will never be fulfilled within them. You are never somebody that is meant to be stepped on by anyone, no matter what they try and do and say, or however way they try and act towards you, towards your life, towards those you're connected to. You are always meant to overcome. You are always meant to rise up. It's part of destiny, fate, your life path. There's a reason you got to where you are. There's a reason your life was the way it was. Like, everything that has now aligned itself in your life, it didn't just happen. You called it in. You manifested it by allowing yourself to be galactic and understanding that you being this intergalactic self is a gift, not a curse. It's a blessing. It's in your favor and always has been. For some of you, it might have been your protection, because being different saved you from a lot of things. It might have been, it's basically like being different conquered you. You know, it made you victorious. It propelled you to further destinations or further horizons than you thought you would reach. It moved you forward, all right? It really did. You're very strong. You're somebody not to be played with here. The fact that in the spirit, the spiritual higher ups, the spiritual realm, the spirit realm, they know you by name. This is something serious here. Somebody can literally lose their life or lose things in their life that are of value if they play with you any way they choose to. It will never end in your demise. It will end in their demise. They'll be on their knees wanting your forgiveness. They'll be on their knees wanting to pray, and now all of a sudden turn to God when things backfire on them, because you are not meant to be touched by anything of the human kind, because you are not of human being. You are in an intergalactic form in a human body experience. And that's the thing. God hides us in plain sight. People like you get hidden in plain sight until you can no longer remain hidden, because it's time for you to be seen as that. Your intergalactic energy, your galactic energy is meant to be experienced. Now, yourself as an intergalactic being, you are meant to be seen that way. God no longer wants to hide it. It gets to that point. God was okay with you being hidden in plain sight, but now you're entering a different chapter of your life where God doesn't want you to remain unseen anymore. God wants you to be experienced in a specific way, either to prove a point, to share light, to empower, to transmute negative to positive, to elevate and evolve humanity or your world, your reality. Like, there's a purpose to that. You just take it how it resonates. But God is tired of keeping you a secret, even though you are sacred to Him. God loves you. God protects you. God gave you this energy, made you stand out the way you do, made you be the way you are. It's a blessing. It's favor here. It's glory. Congratulations. In a world filled with fake, facade, pretentious energy, someone like you is a glitch in the matrix. We have the belittling energy, David and Goliath energy here. It's like, in the end, no matter what you go through, or no matter how bad and traumatic and hurtful and painful things were for you or people treated you, you always end up rising. The narrative of your story, your testimony, your life, your reality just shifts, and you end up being propelled to a certain level where now your enemies, the very same people, become footstools. It's always a cycle like that for you, where no matter how devilish someone can be towards you, no matter how devilish a traumatic experience can hurt you, you tend to, it's like you were meant to break free from that. You were meant to move forward from anything that once kept you chained, either emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually. It was never your destiny to stay suppressed or compressed under anyone's hand, because God has always had His hand over your life. No one else has power and control and authority over your life except God. If God doesn't give permission to someone, they will not be able to do anything to you. And if they are doing something to you, it's because God wants to further rise you up in the eyes of that person, to prove the point that, like, you are not meant to be touched. You are always meant to prove the point that there are some people in life that they're just untouchable, man. No amount of spell work, no amount of black magic, voodoo, witchcraft, no amount of hate and negativity, no amount of devils, no amount of entities, deities, things of life that work against you. They're not, no amount of weapons formed were ever meant to prosper in your reality. You are always meant to just move on. No matter what, no matter where, who, why, you're always just meant to find a way forward and enter a new reality, be a new person. Tap into a new energy, heal. You are blessed with always having to heal. You will always heal. No matter what, no matter who, you will always heal. While they think they're trapping you with their negativity, while they think they're doing this and running you amok, they're not doing none of that. They just elevating you. They just giving God an opportunity to prove how powerful you really are. They want to go against you. They want to prove their point. Watch God prove a point using you. When things start to backfire on people, they start to lose this and lose that and get sick, and they start to want your help and your forgiveness. That's proof that you are not the one. That's proof that you are never meant to be played with like that or messed with in that way. They better try someone else with that. They should have tried someone else with all of that, man. I just see here that you're entering a season where people are gonna not know how to treat you. Knowing you see someone, you're just like, I gotta mentally prepare myself. I don't know. My emotions are all over the place. Like, I think it's beautiful because you deserve it. It's like they won't know how to say what they want to say. If they say it, they'll panic that it came out wrong. Like, you have different power in your name right now. You have different glory in your energy right now. We have the title card reversed. It's like God wanted you established first in the spirit realm by your spiritual higher ups, like your spirit guides, your ancestors. God wanted you first to be established in that way. And then God wanted to bring down that energy to manifest in your reality. So that when it's in your reality, it's so solid because it has already been established in the spiritual. When your ancestors look down on you and they see what you're doing in life and how far you've come, they're going to know that it was worth the battle. When your spirit guides look down on you, they see how far you've come. They're going to know that the battle was worth it. You being saved and delivered time and time again, the favor, the glory, the blessings, because you are going to be unlocking bloodline and generations of wealth and fortune. Beautiful message here. Congratulations to you, beloveds, that resonate with this message. Stand in your power and continue to thrive. Thank you so much for joining me on the Prophetic Vessel Show. To those, this was your message, most importantly. This was your message from God, Ra, Allah, Source, the Divine. I'm grateful for your time, beloved. And to those whom are keen or interested in becoming members of my Patreon, on my Patreon, I offer weekly sign readings for $10 per month based on love as well as spiritual path. I also offer on my Patreon personal readings. For $50 per month, you get a personal reading from me every month based on love, spiritual path, as well as career and finances. You'll find the link to my Patreon listed in my description box below. You can also join my Patreon by typing what is on the screen via Google, search it, and it'll lead you to my Patreon website. I thank you so much for everything, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye.